So, when things get really tough in life, it's pretty natural to look for help, right? Sometimes we even find ourselves turning to superstition. But what if there was a way more empowering alternative? Today, we're going to explore a really ancient practice that says the real power to change your life isn't out there somewhere, but it's actually right inside you.
I mean, let's be honest, we've all been there. That feeling of being scared or stuck and just reaching for something, anything to give us a little bit of hope or protection. It's a totally human thing to do when we're facing a hard time.
Right. So we tend to look outward for the fix, to objects, to rituals, to some kind of external power. But what we're going to dig into today suggests something totally different. It points to a tool for change that's not out there, but is already inside every single one of us. So instead of relying on, well, in Thailand they call it mu, which is basically superstition, the Buddha actually provided a very specific tool to help people handle life's biggest challenges. And yeah, it's a form of chanting, but probably not in the way you're thinking.
This tool is called parita. And what does that mean? It literally means protection or guard. And get this isn't some new age thing. These are specific protective chants that come straight from the Buddhist scriptures given by the Buddha himself.
Okay, so it gets even more interesting. There are actually different chants for different problems. Today, we're going to focus on one of the most powerful ones, the Ratana Parita. And its origin story, it's fascinating. It was first taught during this absolutely terrible plague in the ancient city of Vaisali to bring relief and protection to the people. Okay, so what can you actually use this for? Well, its applications are incredibly practical. I mean, we're talking about everything from serious health problems and feeling blocked in your career or finances to protecting yourself from negative influences and just getting through general life struggles. All right, this all sounds pretty amazing, right? But the big question is, how does it actually work? Is it just magic? The answer is not at all. The power behind Parita comes from a really profound principle based on truth. The whole mechanism behind it is this idea called sajja. And sajja just means a truthful declaration. The whole idea is that when you speak a fundamental truth, it generates its own incredible power. You know, it's funny, even modern research has shown that when you tell the truth, it can physically strengthen your body, while telling a lie can actually weaken it. So here's the crucial part, and this is a game changer. When you're chanting Parita, you're not just, mumbling some empty words. You are actively declaring the supreme, unshakable truths of existence as they're understood in Buddhism, the amazing qualities of the Buddha, his teachings, and the community. Let me give you a real example from the chant to make this super clear. You're not asking for a treasure. You are declaring the fact that the Buddha is the ultimate treasure. And then you're taking the power generated by that declaration of truth and you're directing it towards what you want, like well-being. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. The old way, it's like passively asking someone else for money. You just kind of hope they give it to you. The Parita way, it's like you go out, get a job, earn your own cash, and then you decide how to use it. It is a massive shift from just hoping for something to actively creating it. Now, of course, it's not just a magic formula you can recite and expect results from. For this declaration of truth to really, truly be effective, your own internal state has to be right. So what does it take to make it work? So there are four big ones. First, you gotta have real faith in those foundational principles, the Buddha, his teachings, and the community. Second, you have to believe in karma, that your actions create your results. Third, and this one is so important, you can't mix it with other superstitions. And last, you gotta chant without that greedy, grasping mind, just letting go of the outcome. So why is that no mixing rule so important? Well, think about it. If you're wearing a lucky charm or relying on some other external thing, what are you really saying? You're saying you believe this object has the power. But the whole point of Parita is that your own actions have the power. The two beliefs are total opposites. They completely cancel each other out. All right, this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, it might be the most powerful idea of all. It's all about how this practice helps you deal with the consequences of past negative actions, your karma. See, in Buddhism, you can't just hit a delete button on your past mistakes, on your bad karma. That stuff will eventually catch up with you. But, and this is a huge but, what you can do is create new positive actions, good karma, that is so powerful and so fast that the old stuff just can't keep up. There's this fantastic analogy for this. Just picture it. Imagine your old negative karma is like a rabbit, and it's chasing you. Now, if your good deeds are moving at the speed of, say, a tortoise, well, that rabbit is going to catch you every time. But when you start generating the super-powered, high-quality good karma, like declaring these truths, you're not a tortoise anymore. You've become a racehorse. And that's the whole game right there. The goal is to build up so much positive horsepower with what you're doing right now that the rabbit from your past simply gets left in the dust. You're not erasing the past, you're literally outrunning it into a better future by creating these powerful causes in the present. So it leaves us with this really provocative thought. Instead of always looking outside ourselves for a miracle, for a lucky charm, what if the greatest power to protect yourself and change your life has been right here, all along, in the truth you're willing to declare?